Good morning everyone, it's Monday morning and I'm here again live for our daily thoughts. We're still in Luke, we're in Luke chapter 18. I had the pleasure of listening more than speaking last week as I had a bit of a quieter week, but I'm back at it this morning. So yeah, we'll be reading from Luke 18. I think what's really interesting is this chunk and the rest of this chapter really talks about prayer and the importance of prayer. And obviously if you were listening to our service yesterday, we said that we're going to start concentrating on prayer and doing a prayer 15 minutes every day and really kind of pushing into what God has to say for us, especially in this time, but like he does at all times. And so I thought it was really interesting, I guess you could call it a God incident, that this morning's passage is all about prayer, and in fact most of this week the chunks will be about prayer as we start a new focus on prayer this week as well. So that was unplanned. We didn't look at this and go, oh, it'll be a really good week to start a prayer thing. That just has happened. So that's exciting, I guess, and maybe a confirmation that it's what we're supposed to be doing. So let's kick off this prayer theme with Luke chapter 18, and we're reading from verses 1 to 14. Then Jesus told his disciples a parable to show them that they should always pray and not give up. He said, "In a certain town there was a judge who neither feared God nor cared what people thought. And there was a widow in that town who kept coming to him with the plea, 'Grant me justice against my adversary.' For some time he refused, but finally he said to himself, 'Even though I don't fear God or care what people think, yet because this widow keeps bothering me, I will see that she gets justice so that she won't eventually come and attack me.' And the Lord said, 'Listen to what the unjust judge says. And will not God bring about justice for his chosen ones who cry out to him day and night? Will he keep putting them off? I tell you, he will see that they get justice, and quickly. However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth?'" So a great passage. I love a parable because it's already explained what Jesus is saying for me, so I don't have to do too much thinking. Parables were definitely written for me. The main point is said in the very beginning, isn't it? Then Jesus told his disciples a parable to show them that they should always pray and never give up. This passage is telling us that we need to be tenacious with our prayer. We need to be faithful with our prayer. We need to be consistent, and we need to be on fire, and we need to not stop praying. And the point is that the unjust judge in this story, he didn't care what people thought. He didn't even believe that God was real. He didn't care that he was supposed to care more for this woman because she was a widow. But he did care that she kept nagging him. And I'm not saying to be a nag. We don't want to be a nag. Nags are like dripping taps. But she was persistent, and she was consistent, and she was tenacious, is my word for the day. And she kept on asking, and eventually he gave it to her. And if he was an unjust judge, how much more will God give us when he judges justly? So we've got to keep asking, we've got to keep praying. It might feel like he's not coming quickly, but we know that God's timing is not the same as ours, and it says that he will act justly and quickly. And we have to trust that he will, because we believe in God and we believe in his timing. And we just have to keep praying, we have to keep asking, we have to keep going, because prayer really is the only way to talk to God, isn't it? It's the only way to get answers. And he wants to give us answers, he wants to be just, he wants to see breakthrough. He just wants us to ask, and he wants us to talk to him. So yeah, as we start this week looking into prayer and looking into talking to God, I want you to be tenacious in your prayer and faithful in your prayer, because at the end, that last verse, it says, "However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth?" Will he find people who are praying, or will we just be lukewarm, and will he just want to spit us out? I don't want to be spat out. I want to be on fire. So yeah, pray tenaciously, and I'll see you in the week.